Welcome back to the Sonic Locker Room. This is Bill Althouse of Sideliner Sports, and we're celebrating our 18th year bringing you the best and the brightest from Eastern Jackson County and the metro area. And let's stop and think about the best and the brightest. How about a guy who is the activities director of one of the top schools, not only in the metro area, but in the state? He's also the head wrestling coach. He's also a member of 2 national wrestling halls of fame. He takes his Wildcats down to state over the weekend and returns with 4 medalists, including Jackson Paul, the son of football coach Jed Paulson, and he brings back a state medal. Congratulations on that. And Coach, we've had so many conversations about wrestling and just how special it is. And you know, it's an individual sport, but I don't know if there's a greater team sport than wrestling because of the brotherhood and the bond that is built both in the wrestling room and at the meets.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. Wrestling, you can't hide who you are. You're out there by yourself. Mm-hmm. You're facing adversity in front of everybody. So it's very hard to hide anything. And it shows everything about your personality. So, if you get a kid like, Jackson Paulson, who fought his way through one of the toughest draws at the state tournament and came out on top, the emotion and the joy you get out of that is something that you just don't get in other sports. Mm-hmm. It is a difficult, hard thing that you make a lot of sacrifice, but at the end of it, there is a pretty good feeling for kids that reach their goals.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'll never forget the first time I walked into a wrestling practice room, and I was with Mike Haggerty, and you know, Spigarelli's girls are out playing horse, and Adam Jones' boys basketball team are out kind of goofing around before practice, and he looks over at me and he says, "You ready to feel the heat?" He opened that wrestling door, and I got slapped across the face. And he just laughed, and he goes, "Yeah, this is what wrestling's all about." Coach, how do you find those special kids that are willing to not only go through what they have to face at meets, but I mean every day it's going against one of your opponents. He's trying to make you better, and you're trying to make him better.
You know, we're really, really lucky. You mentioned Mike Haggerty, who was here before, and even before him, Chuck Sears, Glenn Berry, Bobby Lowe, all of them were able to create energy behind wrestling. And so we really don't have a numbers problem. And, you know, coaching is all about relationships. So once you get them up in the room, if you develop those good relationships and they can trust you that you're going to help them chase down their dreams, it's not real hard to keep them either.
Yeah.
So, you know, Bruce Springs is really, really lucky, you know, and I can't say enough about the fact that, you know, we had some really great success this weekend, but, you know, these kids had a great coach last year too. And some of this credit needs to go to Coach Lowe and his ability to get those kids out, keep those kids out, and help provide a base for them. Sure made things a hell of a lot easier for me.
Oh, man, I bet. You know, and Bobby stepped away for personal reasons. His daughter is one of the top gymnasts, not only in the United States, but in the world, and he's following her career right now.
Yeah.
And come on, man. I always thought you were a smart guy till you took over this gig. I mean, activity director and head wrestling coach. A lot of great help to help you accomplish and have success in both areas.
Yeah, you know, my office has great people that I work with. Lisa Busker, our admin assistant. I mean, she holds the office together, and then Jed Paulson's the assistant AD. I have Nolan Hochgravy helps me with a lot of organizational things and some technology. Kevin Bigham helps me with stuff. We got a fantastic young athletic trainer, Logan Prince. So our district has put things in place that will allow not smart guys like me to go ahead and take that job, you know?
There you go. Okay, you got Jackson Paulson bringing home a gold medal. Who were the other three medalists at state?
Carter Atagi at heavyweight was all-state. He placed sixth. Ari Bartholomew is one of our female wrestlers. She placed sixth. And then our first female in history to get a medal hung around her neck is Aubrey Schaefer. She's our 100-pound girl that got fifth.
Wow.
So two first girls in history of Blue Springs to be all-state and get to stand on the medal stand with those two. And very proud of them.
Oh, I bet. You know, looking back on your first season, I'm sure that you entered the season as the head coach, wrestling coach at Blue Springs High School. Did you have some team goals, and did you exceed or achieve those goals?
You know what? It's honestly just a matter of finding out who each other were for a while. You never know until the bright lights are turned on and there's a lot of pressure how kids are going to perform. So they can look great in the room, but you know, the higher the stakes, sometimes some kids don't hold up very well. And I was, again, super proud. And I'm not going to say surprised because I don't think I was surprised, but just super happy with how at the end of the season, we came together and got over those big hurdles. And, you know, we talked about chasing big things all year long, and what it takes to achieve that. And, you know, those, not only those four kids, but the team in general did some great things. Had a winning dual meet season. Girls had a winning dual meet season. You know, we have the first girl placers ever, first champ since probably Sullivan at heavyweight a few years back. So, you know, did I have any expectations? You know, of course, or I wouldn't have taken the job.
Sure.
You know, one of my buddies always national champ at one of my roommates at Iowa. I had an interview with him one time going, "Hey, we're not up there selling Christmas cookies." I mean, it's something where there's a little bit of violence and a little bit of struggle, and I wouldn't have gone through all of that if I didn't have some expectation of being able to walk away with some victories and helping our program.
Wow. And now, instead of taking that victory tour around the campus, welcome to the state playoffs in basketball.
Yeah.
How excited are you for Spigarelli and Adams Jones kids?
You know what? Both of them, I think Spigs won either 3 or 4 in a row here right at the end.
Yes.
Adam has a good young team. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, we host one side of the bracket. So hopefully, the next couple of days, we can win some games at home and move on to the semifinals.
How do you just keep everything going? You know, I mean, it would be nice if you could come back, take a few days off, and just, you know, sever what an amazing season the basketball or the wrestlers had, and now here you are hosting a district tournament. That's crazy.
You know what? My wife would probably chase me out of the house if I was hanging around there in the morning anyway. So this gives me a place to be.
Alan Hull, you're the best. I have so much respect for you as a coach, but even more so as a person. You not only respect the wrestlers on the mat, every activity, sporting team at Blue Springs High School, but you care even more about the kids, and that's what makes you number one in my book.
Well, I appreciate it, and we'll try to take care of the Wildcats here. And I'm already thinking about what we're going to do in the off season to get down to Columbia and have just as good a year next year, if not better.
There you go, buddy. Thanks, Al.
All right.